Happy Thursday, friends. I wanted to follow up on a couple of things that we had discussed last week, specifically some of the tariff stuff and the stuff about Powell. And the first thing I wanted to clarify, true inflation is when spending continues to increase. That drives up aggregate demand and drives up prices, to throw some economics at you. And we discussed last week how that might not even happen because of elasticity. But the goal, Powell used the term inflation because in people's minds, that's what you understand as prices increasing. So the goal here is price stability, which is why he doesn't want to decrease interest rates at this time. Now, can President Trump fire Jerome Powell? That's not likely to happen. There's some Supreme Court precedents from back in the past, specifically one I'm thinking about was from Franklin Roosevelt's era, that allows the Fed to remain independent, that kind of prevents this from happening, puts some roadblocks in place for this. It's very important for the Fed to remain independent of political pressure, and thus they can make the best financial decisions, not just the ones that will help someone get reelected. So I don't see that happening. Now, the markets can be volatile. Investors are very nervous, and that makes sense because when you mess with people's money, they react in very predictable ways, which is to get nervous. But I want to reassure you that the Standard & Poor average over the last since 1928 has gained 10%. So there's been some significant earnings, and that's pretty good. That's more than you gain from Social Security. Also, in 2018, there were some trade tensions between the U.S. and China that caused markets to dip, but the Standard & Poor, again, it finished the year up by 31.5%. Now, that's not bad. So personally, I agree with President Trump, who tweeted, "Be cool." So let's be cool. And they said, now is a great time to buy. The market is on sale when it goes down. It's a great time to bolster your investments. So this is a lot of content this week, but it's just a few things to help us go forward and use our common sense, because tomorrow is Friday.
I've seen you around.